from Seattle, Washington, and Ben. Looking at the drafts, I mean, both teams have their ways into a pretty strong mid to late game, but who's your kind of favorite just looking at the drafts alone?
This one's really difficult to say. I would say I slightly favor Navi US's draft. I think that they're not as reliant on their ultimates, and like one bot team fight from Navi EU can really be punished. Like if they miss Brewmaster or just use the kill a solo support, Navi can try and take a lot of towers down with the Enigma. Navi EU, they don't have that much tower push, which is somewhat of an issue, but if they get blinks very early on ХВОСT and Funnick, it's going to be a really tough time for Snaking, especially if he doesn't get a BKB early.
30 seconds to battle.
Yep. Alright, well, we'll get ourselves into this game. The team have met 4 times. All 4 of those matches were actually in our event, the Summit, where Navi Europe won their group stage best of 1, and then they played in the lower bracket as well in the best of 3, which the European team won 2 games to 1. So haven't played that many official matches against each other, even if they have scrims. So official match is always different because you're looking kind of to play your stronger strats, whereas scrims you're looking to experiment, figure out new kind of heroes, new play styles that can potentially work for you. So we'll let things unravel here. It looks like the tide for ХВОСT may just be going to the off lane.
Wow. With
Brewmaster mid for Funnick and Dendy actually playing a safe lane farming role. So Navi kind of mixing up their players and lanes based on the heroes that they have here. So Puppy not willing to, I wouldn't even call this experiment, not willing just to sort of mix things up a bit though.
That's pretty cool. Anyways, going to the safe lane in the jungle, Navi US had this early Observer Ward down before Navi placed any wards except for this Sentry. So they know where both of the Observer Wards from Navi EU are. And it looks like only 1 or 2 camps will be available for 37. The Enigma.
He's got Sentry, so he can look to de-ward those fairly soon if he wants to on the Enigma. Having the big camp, you can actually farm this twice. Like you farm it once, you back off, and then you use your Eidolons to farm it again. He'll go check out the medium camp, it won't be available, but he can always go back and kill that big camp a second time. So we'll see Navi US actually run the Queen of Pain in the safe lane. That puts Shadow Fiend mid, but Skywrath starts off there. Now he's going to come bottom, give ХВОСT a hard time, and ХВОST, gotta be a bit careful. This Arcane Bolt spam is very, very annoying. He's got plenty of regen on the tide, but
I think if they have Shadow Strike, they can actually try and go for a kill there. But Korok actually skilled up, Blink at level 1 with boots, expecting an offensive tri-lane.
Well, when Navi EU went through their jungle, like he ran into like 4 or 5 heroes, so he just blinked away to play safe. So I think that was partly why he went for the blink first, at least.
And 1437 trying to de-ward this right here. He knows that the camp was blocked due to a sentry ward, but just can't get vision of that.
So he's even pinging it. He says it's here.
He has 2 Tree Eaters, but I don't know if he wants to use that to get that ward.
No.
Yeah. The struggle is real. He's gonna Tango, there we go. Oh,
he sees it.
I think he didn't have to use the second one. I think he actually had, well, it looked like he had vision.
Yeah, he just wanted to block it or get it before the 2-minute mark though, so.
Be on the safe side, he'll get that, and well, we'll back off now. Back to his own jungle once that respawns and he can kill it again. So Invis room picked up by your Skywrath Mage, and it looks like he's actually going to head towards the middle lane. Has hit level 2, so concussive shot as well as Arcane Bolt.
Kuro and Puppy trying to kill Brax here. He does have 1 point in reactive armor and 1 point in Timber Chain, the full defensive build out. But this is going to be an extremely difficult kill. They have a fairly long time left on their smoke.
Yeah, Rubik AA, one of those support duos which we used to see a lot back in 6.80. Does have a lot of killing potential, but they're still just level 1. They are going to go in now on top lane, it looks like. The chilling touch is there, the lift back, but Brax maybe going to get Timber Chain away. He's got to get to this tree. He does do so well instead, but the right click follows him. Puppy gets your first blood to start things off well for the European side. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Funnick trying to get a kill on Snaking here. Fog, though, helps out his buddy, and Funnick can be brought down. Nice rotations coming out here, but that was an invis rune from the Skywrath Mage working there, but the top lane, just the normal traditional smoke gank coming out to help get a kill on the off lane Timbersaw.
Yeah, Brax didn't even lose that much experience, so pretty good for him. And let's see. Yeah, first Shadow Fiend pick.
Wow, surprised by that.
Yes, I am too. There's a lot of great Shadow Fiend players, and I guess it's probably not that great of a pick considering how popular a lot of the aggressive supports are, namely Skywrath Mage, so you don't think you can get away with it, but there is a time and a place.
Yep. You saw Navi, when Navi opened with the Brewmaster Tide, that's where it kind of opened up the Shadow Fiend, because they're not these like aggressive laning heroes. You know Shadow Fiend can have a good laning stage if he's against either of those 2 heroes. You put him safe lane against the Tide, you put him mid against the Brewmaster. Either way, Shadow Fiend does well, so Navi US had some guarantee that Shadow Fiend would have a good laning stage, and hey, BKB, like you said, you have to go for a BKB hero against a Tide Brewmaster type draft, and that's where it works out well. So, taking a look at top lane, Dendy's farm, top of the CS right now, just marginally though, so by no means something to write home about, but it is kind of all about that race to Radiance when you're a Naga Siren, and that's where Dendy's going to be looking.
There's a smoke for the 4-minute rune. It will not be top. Enigma will get it on the bottom lane, and Puppey and Kuro both have boots first.
Yeah, that's where Snaking has got boots of his own and is playing fairly defensively on his own hill, so getting an initiation here is not going to be easy. He's also hugging this right side of the river, but they're going to go in anyways. They get the Drunken Haste for the slow. Kuro wants to dive this. This is some risky, aggressive play. The clap is going to miss, and this could get turned around. Snaking does get hit in the end. The chilling touch damage is there. Snaking goes down. He could have maybe just kept on running. Kuro taking a lot of damage from the Eidolons, but he's still alive. Brewmaster also getting low here. The Midnight Pulse doing some damage, but no retaliation there. I think Snaking just wanted to keep on running. He didn't even get hit by the clap. He could have actually escaped. Kuro though, good luck. I don't think Navi realize he's, well, I don't think Navi US realize he's here, but Kuro's
it's still a
trapped.
lot of wasted time for him.
He could just try run past, but
Enigma's kind of blocking his path off. It is nighttime. He might be able to get away with it. He is clearing up. He has not used his second tango yet, but who knows how long he's going to sit there. Looking at the chicken, it has a bottle, so it won't be able to bring him a TP in a very long time.
Where's his backup? This is like Saving Private Ryan. You got to get the commit soldiers. Go and save Kuro. You can't just abandon him. This is some lack of teamwork here from Navi as Kuro just gets left to sit and rot behind enemy lines, but he's actually A-okay. Seems Navi US don't want anything to do with him, so Kuro just gonna sit there, chill for a while.
Oh, 1437, he has Midnight Pulse up.
He hasn't scouted for him yet, so I don't see why he would suddenly be like, oh, let's just throw a Midnight Pulse. But no, he's back to Fountain, and the chicken just flew right over him. That almost actually spots him, but it looks like, well, we'll see him be A-okay for now. So ХВОСТ has been stacking Ancients for the most part, and it looks like he'll go for another stack here. Take this up to a triple stack, and Rubik's on the move. What's our buddy Rubik doing? He's on the move as Shadow Fiend goes past. They see each other.
That's awkward.
Snaking's like, wait, what? What's Kuro doing here? They're gonna panic and think it's warded, I bet. Watch him like chuck a sentry ward up there or something soon. Because Kuro just like randomly walks past them, and they're like wondering what the hell is going on.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now Brewmaster is level 6, has enough mana for Clap as well as Primal Split, so Snaking has to play very scared in the mid lane, especially since he is working on his way towards the Hand of Midas. 1437, not quite level 6 yet, surprisingly. And
he did get slowed down a bit by some of his camps being blocked in. He'll take over the mid lane while Shadow Fiend does some neutraling.
Fog is just waiting.
Do you feel like this Rubik AA support duo has been effective enough with their roaming and rotations?
If they didn't get the kill on Snaking, then I would have said no, but since they did, I think it's been okay.
Well, they are the two lowest levels in the game, both level 3 to the level 4 Skywrath and level 5 Skywrath and Enigma now, but they're getting lots of movement from Navi. They go bottom, they're looking for the kill on Fog, they get it, but they may pay for this one. Korok gets one. He's looking for the second. ХВОСТ is in the trees, has a TP scrub, but the Midnight Pulse does spawn him out. And
great ultimate by Korok.
2 kills going the way of Navi.
Yeah, in the mid lane, Snaking trying to run away from the Brewlings.
Need another toss. They've got the vision here, and the immolation, the Fire Panda should be enough. One more last hit gets the kill there. Phoenix on the run. Now the TP coming in from Skywrath, base concussive shot and an Ancient Seal. This is going to be maybe enough damage. One more.
Dire's bottom
Finding is going to go down.
attack.
Nice rotation from Fog. Gets the counter kill there. That gets him level 6. Support Skywrath 7.5 minutes in. Suddenly level 6 is a huge deal for Navi USA.
And not only that, it was a Brewmaster ultimate expended too, so Snaking can probably farm his Hand of Midas off the back of that. Yeah. And Brax also gets a lot of room on top, level 7. And Naga Siren actually struggles to farm against the Timbersaw in the lane generally, especially once he gets his Arcane boost, which he will have in just... On the flip side, Kuroki gets his... They're gonna have to worry about this Queen of Pain sometime though. 1100 gold, and he loves to rush his Orchid, although I don't know if this is the correct game for it. ХВОСТ is level 6, they're gonna have to use a Ravage for this.
And you said worry about the Queen of Pain, let's go. Let's maybe start with the Ravage. Let's up in time. No, he won't. The reaction time's not there from Korok. They're gonna lift into a cold feet, and Korok still gets the blink off. He's out of range. One more right click will just barely be enough. By the skin of their teeth, they get that kill. The last right click only barely coming in. ХВОSТ, his Ravage just barely clipping it. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Funnick needs to be careful. Here comes 1437. Malefice not available. He gets blocked off. It is just level 1 Malefice as well.
I'm surprised they didn't leave with Kuroki. Korok saw him. He just ran right up to him and didn't blink away in time, not thinking that there was 2 smoke supports behind him. But I think he was playing
Radiant's
generally very
tower
safe up
is
until
under
that
attack.
point.
Oh, Dendi at top now. He's being ganked. That's your level 6 Scarith Mage. Comes in with an Ancient Seal Mystic Flare, and the damage output of Scarith Mage not to be unnoticed. And Fogged is level 8 all of a sudden. Holy crap. This is the power of support Scarith Mage right here.
XP and Gold both going in favor of Navi US. Kiro and Puppy sitting on top of the hill waiting for snaking, but he's joined up with his team 30 gold away from his hand, and Midas not wanting to risk a death for that.
Dire's top
Well,
tower
Navi gonna
is
sit around
under
this top
attack.
lane. Double Arcane Boots is up. With Scarith Mage getting all these kills and all this farm, he's got Arcane Boots as well as the Timbersaw. And a TP in from Kuro. This is possibly the second TP will take much longer here. And there's a black hole waiting for cancels it.
That was way too early.
Dire's
I
top
think he was going
tower
to cancel the
has
TP
fallen.
regardless, but that's where the black hole probably was unnecessary. We've seen some dubious 1437 Enigma play if
Radiant's
you
middle
flashback to the
tower is
Empire
under
game,
attack.
but he's farming well, he's rotating well. Just that black hole, not the most well timed.
And Midas picked up not a terrible timing after 2 deaths, 10 minutes for him, and the pressure is mounting for Navi EU. Dendi
Dire's middle
does
tower is
not
under
have that much
attack.
farm. He has Bottle Quelling Blade, Bassi, but still very far away from his Radiance. They don't have Blink Daggers on either of their main initiators, but Funnick will have his in about 2 gold, and they just haven't gotten that much mileage out of their heavy teamfight picks. So they need to get like a couple of kills. They don't have Black Hole on
Dire's
Narvi. This
structures
could be a
are
great time for them to
fortified.
fight, but they don't even have level 6 on their supports right
It's
now.
hard to get in to defend this T1 tower. The Edelon alone can finish it off. The tower deny will not
Dire's
even come in. The
bottom
Enigma
tower
Edelon
has
finish it off.
fallen.
Kuro's looking to go in on Korok. And it looks like Korok lifted up in the air. There's going to be Anchor's back. Boss gets decimated by the damage output of the Timber Chain as well as the Whirling Death and Shatter. And that burst damage catches him by surprise, and down he goes. Very unfortunate for ХВОСТ.
And Funnick has a Blink Dagger looking to initiate, but they probably need a lift on the Queen of Pain if they want to kill him.
They'd also love for Tide to still be alive. To go in without the Ravage backup is a little bit risky.
They also have a huge Ancient stack waiting for ХВОСТ or someone else that can clear it.
Well, Dendi at top still just getting his farm away. He's up to 2k gold. He's going to press
Dire's
the T1
bottom
tower while
tower is
Navi
under
US is still
attack.
sitting 4 heroes at the bottom lane.
Radiant's
TP's
top
coming in now.
tower is under
That's a
attack.
Timbersaw, and he single-handedly can easily deal with Dendi on the top lane. He doesn't even need backup to contest this top lane. And Brax, he's up to 1k gold with Arcane Boots, so big farm on the Timbersaw. And Timbersaw's one of those offlane heroes that kind of did fall off because of how farm dependent he is. He needs a lot more items and levels than most offlane heroes do.
He's so good at clearing creep waves though. He should be more popular in this strength heavy time. And 1437 has completed his mech and 2 towers down. I don't know if Navi EU is going to be able to get to the T1 tower anytime soon. I think they might 5-man death ball, but it looks like first they're going to try and get a lot of farm up on ХВОST after taking out this massive Ancient stack. No poison gush for them.
If they can get double Blink Daggers on both ХВОST as well as Funnick, they've already got the Funnick Blink on the Brewmaster. They can easily 5-man kind of death ball towers. They haven't got the best damage output to bring down towers, but any teamfight attempt from Navi USA likely be thwarted until they've got this Korok Orchid on Quap. Once the Quap Orchid's there, they can actually fight into the Brewmaster and possibly burst him down during that Orchid silence timing.
I'm not the biggest fan of the no gush Tidehunter, especially at level 8. They need some sort of catch, especially him not having a Blink Dagger. AAO comes out in mid, narrowly misses Korok. He is well on his way to his Orchid too, and that's going to spell a lot of problems for Funnick.
Yeah, they've already got the Ancient Seal, but the Orchid on top of that means you can silence the Tide while focusing down on the Funnick and just not make sure you don't put the Kraken on the Tide so we can't get off a Ravage in a big team fight, and that's where there's nothing really to protect Funnick. Like, there's a telekinesis maybe, but that's not going to be a turning factor here. ХВОСТ at bottom lane. Eagleson wants him, has a Midnight Ball, still Black Hole. He wants to go for this, but looks like USA snaking and going to bring him down with the double raise. It's another kill going the way of Navi USA as they get 1500 gold on snaking. Fires his Ogre Club on way to BKB with Tread's Midas already complete. He's top of the net worth chart right now, and considering he did get ganked a couple times in mid lane, did die twice, he's really recovered fantastically well.
I don't know about this Nagasarn pick. I'm not sure if it's going to pan out. They are on the cusp of losing all sorts of map control and just have still the Ravage. We've seen one time get a solo kill on Korok. Aside from that,
The sleep at top. Brax was trying to just go in and get aggressive on Dendi, but backup has arrived. They're going to try and bring down Brax himself. They've got
Dire's
3
middle
heroes. The
tower
Timber Chain
is
out with an
under
Ice
attack.
Blast. That's a good start. I like that use there from Dendi. It helps get set up a nice kill there and also create some space to farm, because he was struggling to farm against Natus or harass.
Yeah, and it gives him some much needed levels, but at the same time, RV will not give that kill unresponded, and Funnick.
He thought about an ultimate there, but he missed the clap. It's a level 2 ulti as well, so he's going to actually throw it out. Korok, is he going to be the target here? Does it blink again in 5 seconds time? They're going to try to bring him down fast, and they can do so with the telekinesis. Next on the menu is Fogged, and boy, does he taste good. Fogged is going to be brought down by the Primal Split. Tries to get some counter kills there with the ultimate, but not enough damage there. Funnick somehow hit level 11, had a level 2 Primal Split. That does huge damage output as Na Vi.DotA get caught by surprise in the mid lane.
They should not have tried to go for that. If Korok had max blink, then maybe, but he only has level 2 in blink, and he just got caught by a simple hurl boulder.
Yeah, he blinked in, and then Funnick's like, I can kill you. Like, you're level 9. You've got at most level 3 blink with an 8-second cooldown, and only if he had the 6-second max blink was he ever going to get a second blink off to escape. So
that's exactly what Navi needed, though. They got 3 ultimates, and they just need to get mileage out of it. If Navi US plays passively and just outfarms, they will heavily outfarm the Naga Siren at this pace.
Still 3 heroes looking for more action in the mid lane. Meanwhile, bottom lane, it looks like Skywrath Mage rotated in to join the Enigma. This tower's already deniable, so they want to try to get this tower. Not to mention they want to try killing ХВОСТ here, and ХВОСT will just get sniped.
He has his blue dagger though, so it's not the biggest deal.
The T2 tower's deniable. It looks like Na Vi.DotA are going to leave the Eidolons there and maybe hope to get a last hit on it, but chances are they won't be able to find to be able to get this yet. Navi can start get working on the design here. Eidolons will get cleaned up by the Brewmaster, and this is just more gold going the way of Na Vi.DotA. Even though it's denied, it's still not really a win for the European Navi squad.
And then the closing in on this relic just needs 60 gold until that happens, but the gold lead still fairly significant at about 8,000. What is taken going for post Midas looks like just standard treads, BKB, no blink or any other mobility item though.
Alright, well, they've got the big late game carry. That's the other thing here, is like Naga Siren, like you can flash farm with the Radiance, you can be annoying and split push lanes, but
Korok might be going for a solo kill up top here. It is about to hit date.
Has he got the Orchid? No. Without the Orchid, he's going to struggle to do this. Enigma TP's up top, almost has Black Hole, so by the time Enigma reaches Dendi, Black Hole's available and there's no song, no mana for it, also on cooldown for 15 more seconds, so maybe think they can get a kill here on Dendi.
Oh, they know that Puppy's there though. Or do they? He's not in range of the Observer Ward.
No. Puppy's going to walk into him though, perhaps. They'll see him soon. It is daytime, as you mentioned, and it looks like Puppy going to be the hero they find with that smoking. Throws an Ice Blast before he goes down, and Korok will be A-okay as he looks to escape, and also has his Orchid money, so just maybe 50-ish gold away from that one. Navi EU on the other side of the map though are smoking towards the bottom lane. Level 2 Brewmaster ultimate's up.
So he can just BKB TP if he gets it. I don't know if he's going to get it in time though. This chicken might die with it on it.
Chant, are they actually going to scout down there? No, oh, they're pinging it. I think they saw it.
Oh my goodness, that 10 armor.
He got the crit, but yeah, the 10 armor works out. Double TP out. That was a smoke from Navi EU. That's a big win for the US squad there. Failed smoke gank and snaking TP out, so now he knows it's safe to farm here at the bottom lane.
Radiant status, go the way. Korok has
Ooh, he's going to be he used the Rabbit, and he's with the Ice Blast. He almost gets out of this one. Okay, Fogged will get the kill, but he made paper with his life. No, he doesn't shatter. They kill ХВОСТ once again.
Where's his team
is getting, well, where's ХВОСT at? Is the other question his team might ask.
True.
He was off in no man's land. His team had just gone for a smoke bottom lane and had to TP out, so.
Korok has to be scared. They might initiate on him with a Song of the Siren.
Well,
he's so aggressive. He's trying to harass Dendi at Dendi's T2 tower.
You know that Radiance is coming and coming soon. They want us to do anything they can to slow it down, and we'll see the T2 tower now. He's finally going to go. That's a great Ice Blast. And Primal Split not going to come out. Funny gets too greedy. He went for the clap as well as the split, and he gets punished for it by the silence coming out from the AA. Fogged on point.
That was big. That was a big ancient seal.
Puppy now in some trouble here. Crack looks to retaliate. Chakram gonna miss, and Puppy and hold his ground and turn it by. Looks like Queen of Pain actually went for a kill top lane and got it. I heard the Sonic Wave Orchid, and that's a kill there. ХВОСТ meanwhile trying to battle it out with Fogged here. The Mystic Flare not enough, and ХВОST will help pick up a kill there. But the kill on Dendi was pre-Radiance. Korok, his patience paid off at top lane with a full load being blown onto the Naga Siren. Scream, Sonic Wave with an Orchid, and Dendi can't survive that.
That almost looks like a picture-perfect initiate for Navi EU, with the Blink Blast followed by an Ice Blast onto 3 heroes.
Even with SF having BKB, like, it just means SF lives. His 2 teammates were going to die to the Primal Split.
Saking was probably going to die too. He can't, I mean, he can run away, but he'll get chased by the Brewlings.
Fog's playing amazingly well so far. 4, 3, and 5. He's got the 3 deaths, but he like rotated mid, killed the Brewmaster. He went top to kill the Naga Siren earlier. He's been all over this map, getting key kills for Navi USA.
That was one of the most clutch plays I've seen this tournament, right there. That gives so much momentum for Navi, and it also just hinders all of Navi EU's morale. They're like, well, we have Radiance, but it's coming out much later than we expected. We've lost a big team fight. We can't even get our ultimates off. ХВОСТ has died 5 times with 0 kills at this point, but all is not lost yet. Dendi, 20-minute Radiance timing, looking decent there.
Yeah, this is still, he could have had it maybe 2 minutes ago, but this is still a good Radiance timing. He can still turn things around. He will quickly catch up on net worth. Maybe not catch up to the air set, but he'll look to overtake Enigma, Queen of Pain with that Mirror Illusion plus Radiance farm with the Riptide assistance. So definitely cannot count Navi out at this point. Their teamfight also with Brewmaster tied, always going to look scary and impressive. Problem's going to be when Queen of Pain has a BKB as well, Shadowking already has his, BKB's all across the Navi USA board, and then suddenly things aren't looking so good. Even Enigma's almost got his BKB up.
You have to be a little bit worried for Navi US's though ability to deal with the farm Naga. They don't have the best heroes to deal with it.
Yeah.
And yes, the Orchid is going to be useful for quite some time, but once you get his Manticide or even a Heart, like, he doesn't really care about it.
Oh, the Black Hole, solo Black Hole! ХВОСТ is going to get a Rabbit Drop. He may actually survive this one, but in comes the Timbersaw, and well... It's a 40, down goes ХВОST. In comes Funny with the Brewmaster Primal Split. He wants 1437. He actually leaves him to the Shadow. You've got to go back and do some more damage to actually kill off this Enigma. And down. Actually gets the mech off. He's still alive. He gets some trees cut to him. The escape path is there, but it's not going to be enough. Not against the Primal Split. Meanwhile, Korok gets another solo kill on Dendi. This one in the top lane. Korok's just been all over Dendi, not letting him get anything with this Radiance farm.
And again, the surprise Queen of Pain last pick. It's something that we saw IG do in ESL, and something that is actually surprisingly effective too. He doesn't account for the extra Sword of Silence, and it's just really difficult to gank him without
lane.
cooldown.
There's a big dive coming here. Snake gets his BKB off, and does get the return kill on the Brewmaster there with some assistance from Hawk. Now the BKB wearing off Snaking on the run. Kuro will bring him down, but there is a lot of damage coming out onto Kuro from the Wreck of Assault. Braxton hanging around Puppy. These arcade balls continue just to decimate Na Vi. Puppy's trying to earn himself up, and he gets the agency onto Kuro. Puppy's still alive though. He survives about 30 HP after a self-burn, and Fog's trying to chase him down here. Meanwhile, it's going to be Korok on the Queen of Pain. Still doing a lot of damage there by the secret shop. They know where Puppy is. He's got a TP. He's going to just go for the straight TP, but there's this Blink Scream perfectly placed by Korok. Gets the kill there, and Navi USA get 3 kills, lose their Shadow Fiend in the process, but still great exchanges coming out from the USA squad.
Shadow Fiend's getting real big. Even Skywrath Mage has a Rod of Atos. The items are mounting and mounting. Enigma is going to have a BKB soon, so they really only have what Rubik ultimate as well as Naga ultimate to deal with the BKB Black Hole, and Rubik does have a Blink Dagger though.
Everyone's just getting huge, like BKB Enigma, Brax has his Bloodstone as well as more money on top of that. Items are just accumulating very rapidly for Navi USA. And on the European side, it's like, well, your Brewmaster's got a Blink and some levels, but all these guys are Ogre Club. Your Naga Siren still only has a Radiance. The item drop-off is very heavy for Navi EU, and normally you think Naga Siren, you get Radiance, you farm really fast, and that has not happened. Yeah. Well, oh, they want to turn this one around. Funny's got Primal Split. Are they going to go for this? The Ice Vortex laid out in Kuro. The Ice off there as well, and 1437, no BKB up just yet. Kurok will get the kill, the AA, but he's going to pay for it with his life, and Rubik gets the kill, the Enigma. So a 2-for-1 trade. They're going to find Fogged as well. This is big if they get a 3rd kill off of this. Navi USA just slightly overextending perhaps. Fallen is there, and Kuro shows up as well. ХВОСТ now in position, gets 1 kill, but here comes Snaking, and with the... Ooh, a lot of damage from the Scarlet. Snaking gets helped get 1 kill, but he's looking for more. He wants ХВОСТ. ХВОST can't actually blink out of this one. Snaking gets slowed down by the Drunken Haze. Does not want to pop his BKB for this, and we'll see Navi USA at least stem the bleeding there as they get a 2-for-3 trade from the top lane, but only the 2 supports they get.
Yeah, no blinks on Shadow Fiend can't chase anyone down. He pretty much has no move speed items too. So they need a BKB on Korok so he doesn't get destroyed by the Naga Siren ultimate. Skywrath Mage just needs to sit back and way out of the fight until the Song of the Siren and Ravage happens. And he also needs to keep on looking for the Brewmaster. But mostly, Korok, he is playing very aggressively and getting a lot of important kills on Naga Siren, but also his over-aggression has cost him a few deaths.
Yeah. And luckily, there was no BKB yet on the Enigma for that fight. He picks it up now just after respawning. If he'd had that fight, things could have gone very, very differently. And, well, Navi USA still in a fantastic position. 15k gold lead, experience 12k. You are against a Radiance Naga Siren, but Dendi is not showing too much pressure since getting that Radiance. He got this Radiance around the 20-minute mark, and since then he just died 2 times, so it's by no means been a let's catch up with my Radiance kind of Naga Siren game.
Yeah, he got it at what, around 20 minutes, and 4 minutes he farmed 2,600 gold. It's still alright, but he's the only one who's getting massive amounts of farm on his team. Everyone else, like Puppy, he just has an urn. Kuro, he just has Blink and Wards. ХВОСТ even only has a gem, or sorry,
he just picked up his, yeah, he only picked up that mech like 30 seconds ago too, so he's been in Struggle City as he's going to find a bit of farm here at the top lane as Navi USA can't really do too much pressure here. The Naga Siren illusions scout him out at top, and well, meanwhile mid lane we'll see Funny. He's got 2k gold with an Ogre Club, so this has got to be a BKB over Acceptor game. You're against Orchid and the Ancient Seal. If you want to get a clap off before your primal split, the only way to do so is with BKB.
Yeah, BKB is going to be important for both sides of the field now. Navi, they also need to take down Roshan too at some point. Not because they need the Aegis, but because they're going to need the Aegises later in the future, especially in the Aegis of Cheese if they want to break Navi EU's base. I don't think this is going to be a show by any means. Their game is really good, the team fight is decent.
Mid lane, they put out Korok. They blow the Ravage, get his kill. Funny gets silenced up, the ice bomb is there. Korok gonna walk back into it, it's gonna be careful, gets very low. The Sonic Wave could cut him on the high ground here. Funny though gets off his Primal Split. Gonna look to turn things around here. 1437 has BKB available, and Primal Split may just be used to cover the retreat of Navi EU. Rax is looking to chase, Timber chains forward, still chasing this Earth Panda. That's exactly where that Panda's gonna show up once he comes out of the Primal Split, but he'll probably be able to just go for that insta-blink away, and it looks like Funny will escape safe and sound, but Snaking still in the chase here. Kuro does not have Blink, and Snaking, think about what you're doing, backs off after a raise.
I really do think he needs a Blink Dagger though. He gets a Blink Dagger there, he gets an easy kill. But regardless, he still does a ton of damage, and now can they actually break the base? Maybe on the oh, Korok with
Dire's
a
middle
kill.
tower is under attack.
He's sniping Dendi left, right, and so that's 4 deaths on Dendi, all 4 coming to this.
He doesn't have a buyback either.
Well, defending high ground, they have no Ravage also. They used the Ravage mid trying to kill off the Queen of Pain and failed to do so. It looks like this was going to go to the space long game, and all of a sudden with Naga Siren dead, with Tide not having Ravage, this is possible. Rax is here, finally going to get silenced and blown to pieces here. He's got buyback, but not much Navi EU can do. They buy back on the Brewmaster. Rubik steals Timber Chain, which is not a good spell to try and defend your high ground with. You'd much prefer to have something like Chakram here, but Navi US, they're just going to keep doing this tower down to 300, 200 HP. This tower's going down. One way or another, they may get to work on the Rax, at least the range Rax. The slightly easy to kill target, it's not going to heal up either, and it looks like range Rax is going to go next.
And the tanky heroes up in front, 2 of them have BKB, 1 of them has 700 HP with the Plate Mail, with the Bloodstone. Brax not really that scared, but Naga Siren has revived, he is TPing in.
Here comes Naga, we look to set things up with a song, but there's no Ravage to follow, there's no Primal Split to follow. They won't get the range tracks in the end, but it's still a lot of damage being done, and Navi US lose nothing. They can re-engage if they really want.
It's much harder to take the T3 out than the
Dire's
Rax.
top tower is under
You
attack.
open up so much space where you can actually, you're not attacking from the low ground to the high ground when you're hitting those Raxes.
There's just much more room to spread out too when you're attacking the Rax.
And spreading out against like Tide, Brewmaster, even stuff like Telekinesis, which is like a kind of small AoE stun, very, very important. So Navi, the European squad is getting put back against the wall now. Dendi does have a gem on himself. D-Ward's some Observer Wards in his own base, and well, that's actually Puppy who bought that gem, but this is just going to help keep him alive just that little bit better, so we'll see if they can get some actual D-Warding action going on with this, but the damage has been done. Navi US looking in a great position, considering where they stand. They're in tied 10th place on the standings with a 4-5 record. Navi EU 5-3, in 5th place. This is kind of going to do a little bit of a swip swap, and we're going to see them both kind of meet in the middle and kind of end up somewhere middle of the ladder with similar scores, should Navi US win this game.
Yeah, this is one that Navi EU really needs to win. And, you know, I was looking at some of the stats and some of the predictions by other people going into the tournament, and I think chances for Navi were actually below the wild card, and it was around like, yeah, I think this was the 2P one. I was like, oh, it was like chances for them to make the finals, and it was higher chance for the wild card to make it than Navi, but they were placed at like bottom 3 or 4, I think, of the tournament, probably along with Arrow and LGD. Okay. And this is one, before going into the group stage, you're like, okay, it's not a free win, but this is one that we should win, and they're probably not too worried that much about it. And now their backs are up against the walls. Snake King is getting massive at this point, and Zendy just does not have enough farm at this point.
I mean, when it comes to Navi USA, you just got to look back at how much they kind of destroyed Liquid in the qualifiers. Sure, that grand final was 3-2, but across that qualifier, Navi USA was the dominating American team. At the summit, sure, they finished in last place, lost all the games, but they had a lot of really close games against some of the world's best teams, against DK, Vici Gaming, teams that are currently sitting on the top of the standings here at TI. So the fact that they could go head-to-head with these teams, people should have expected at least not to underestimate this Navi USA team. And we're seeing it here, they're breaching high ground once more, looking to take the fight to Navi EU. They do have Ravage, they do have Primal Split, things not going to be as easy this time around, but they can just chip away this range rack, snaking in the front line space. He can't really bring this guy down. He can just turn and say tank. Once the Ice Blast wears off, that's the problem right now. He's got Ice Blast on him, he needs to wait for that Shatter Effect to wear off, then he can look to heal up using this lifesteal.
They look like they want to jump him. I thought they were going to jump him while he still had Ice Blast on him. Because, again, he doesn't have any mobility items, so if they get a Ravage on him before BKB, he's dead.
Well, we'll see Navi USA back off for the time being. They're still working on a pipe here. It looks like 1437 has a little ways to go before finishing that pipe. And
oh, they expect a Roshan, and the Observer Ward isn't going to scout out anyone in the top lane that is farming there. Oh, actually, it does see the Enigma, so they know that he's not there.
Okay, well, they check Roshan. Could they can't really sneak Roshan themselves. I mean, they can, but it's going to take a long time.
They have a lot of mitigation through Drunken Haze, but they don't have the damage to take it down.
Nagasar, not a good Roshan here. They're going to backskill on the line. Braxian, can he get the Bloodstone Suicide? You betcha, so. Kill denied to Navi, but it's still, it's 7 seconds on the sidelines. Brewmaster, Timbersaul's not even worried about that. He loses a lot of Bloodstone charges, but not a big deal for him.
Especially for a 5-man smoke gank.
And you get so much information. Now you know where Navi EU are.
Radiant's bottom
Navi
tower
should pick
is
up a
under
gem.
attack.
These Observer Wards are, oh, Kuroki.
Wow, that's not good.
Dire's
Snaking,
top
once again,
tower
going to go into the high ground,
attack.
going to chip with this range rack, so it looks like we may see it finally go down. Ice Blast going to come through, but it's too late. Damage has been done. Snaking now getting to work on the melee wrecks. They're also pressuring top. Korok, it's a split-pronged attack. Korok clears things, the other one's also there. They've got to jump on this, and Korok just blinks himself out of there. Meanwhile, Snaking can go back in mid lane now. It's just a continuous split push. He is getting repelled by a Nagasar Radiant's Illusion, and the melee rack's taking just a couple hundred damage, which it will regen off, so. The split push only works for so long. I think they're not strong enough that they can just have their core heroes split up. They need to be together for when a black hole comes down, and they need to just focus their efforts on the same racks, and that's what they're going to do now at the mid lane. Snaking. Pops his Satanic, just heals up off creeps here. I like that Satanic use. Just use it before you get Ice Blasted so you're full HP at the start of the fight.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It's basically like a free cheese as far as HP goes. Whenever you like down to like half HP and 30 HP, you just pop it and heal off the creep wave.
Generally, it's not that great versus AA ultimate, but if you're not using it during a team fight, so Narvi having a lot of trouble sieging down this last melee rags, perhaps eyeing Roshan, but Narvi has a really their Roshan lineup is decent because of BKB Enigma, but Navi, they have the Brewmaster ult, they have the Tidehunter ult, and they have Nagasar. Nagasar is generally the trump card unless you preemptively BKB as you're slaying Roshan. And I don't even know if they're going to be in a position to defend it.
Well, it's a 25,000 gold lead going the way of Navi USA. Experience, 20k plus as well. And we're going to see what Navi Europe can do to turn this one around. So much is just going to come down to the Dendi Nagasar. Not to make plays, but to just be all over the map, farming, split pushing, keeping lanes pushed out, and just stalling for as long as possible to buy time for that.
I think he needs to do a lot of creep skipping and cut off the wave so that Narvi has to fight through backdoor protection. Because Shadow Fiend mostly single target is, well, yeah, he can raise raise the illusions, but still not going to be able to clear him faster than he can kill the creep wave. I guess Timbersaw can probably clear him too, but he doesn't have BOT, so he can't rejoin his team. He's actually opting for a BKB instead, and looks like Brax checking out Roshan, and both teams know that that is the key to Na'Vi taking down the melee racks.
Yeah, you get the Roshan and that melee racks, and probably not just the melee racks, but maybe another lane of racks could be in serious jeopardy. Well, we'll see Navi USA. They pick up the pipe on Enigma. They pick up their 4th BKB on Timbersaw as well. So quad BKBs. Queen of Pain's close to a side device. This is where you've really got to worry for Navi Europe. Like, sure, they've held on to this melee racks this far, but these next couple pushes coming is going to be with even scarier, bigger items on the American squad.
The 3 key heroes to watch out for in team fights, or 3 key ultimates really, are Rubik's Spellsteal, Black Hole, and Naga Siren Ultimate. I think everything else will probably more or less like resolve itself. Yep. As expected, but these are the ones that can really change the tide of the fight and see if they can get a big black hole by Kuroki, big one by 1437. To be honest, 1437 has not had that impressive of black holes recently, and yesterday we saw Rubik just absolutely destroy Liquid in casting better ravages than perhaps Demon himself.
Yeah. Well, side device not complete for Queen of Pain. At the same time, Navi USA have not even had to really rely on black holes.
Yes.
They've only used it for like solo kills this game, which is fine. Like, you kill off a solo Tidehunter means you can push without
Dire's
Ravage
middle
being available. So I don't think
attack.
Navi are going to have heroes off pushing on their own. But here comes the mid lane push, and I don't think Navi can defend this rack. I think they're just going to let it go and defend the next lane of racks. If they're snaking with an they can! The black hole's a bit too late to save the Shadow Fiend. Catches them the Primal Split Warriors as well. Korok gets exchanged with BKB. Sonic Wave goes out. The stolen black hole comes from Kurosh. Gets Korok as well as 43, but the damage is not there. Down goes the Rubik. Korok still standing. One standing. Blink. Right click gets the kill. Korok now in trouble. He will chase this with his life. Down goes the Queen of Pain. Sonic comes out of the ultimate now as well, and without that ultimate, he does not have the protection he needs. Melee Rack still exposed. Dendy's fought back. They put the racks on paper with their life, perhaps, and 1437 secures the melee racks, but he does go down. A big team fight, pretty back and forth, even team fight, but end of the day, Navi USA get what they come for, and that's the melee racks.
I don't even think 1437 needed to cast a black hole there. They was really smart by Navi though. As soon as he casted a black hole with the BKB, they slept and they tried to focus down the Enigma as well as the Queen of Pain, and everyone else was slept because Shadow Fiend, the other BKB hero, was already dead. And they sold a black hole and waited for Rubik to just run up and cast it. Fantastic positioning by Kuroki and fantastic spell steals as always.
Alright, well, Navi Europe still in this game. They did have to use a Naga Siren buyback there. It was probably the most costly thing. Like, I think if you look at all the kill trades going down and the fact they killed Queen of Pain and Shadow Fiend, you think, well, for Navi it went pretty well, but Dendy having to buy back does slow down his next couple of items, which he really wants. Also means the next couple defenses may come when his buyback's on cooldown, so we'll see how Navi EU can hold these next couple lanes of racks. But you can also see that snaking in the front lines. If he gets blink ravaged, he does go down. He can't pop his BKB in time, and he just gets blown up by the Ice Blast and the burst damage of Navi EU.
And he has a lot of strength too. He has 10 from BKB, he has 8 from Strength Treads, he has 25 strength from Satanic, so it's not like he went a glass cannon build either. He is fairly tanky. And they need a Roshan. Snaking can solo it.
Yeah, that's where your Shadow Fiend needs, like you say, needs that Aegis, and it looks like that's going to be the plan now. It's in the Roshan pit. Naga Siren Illusions are there to scout things out, and he is still smoked, so we'll see them clear off the Naga Illusion. Snaking, I think, yeah, just get to work on this Roshan. There is no Tide Rope for 10 seconds, but with Song up, with Primal Split up, Navi EU, if they were in position, could try and contest this, but it's...
Snaking and the rest of Na'Vi should be able to win the game off the back of this. Yeah. They have Aegis, Naga Siren doesn't have buyback. Navi had to use a lot of resources to defend that. They also used the ХВОСТ buyback, but now that all the ultimates are up, now at this time, actually BKB and Black Hole up in 20 seconds time. So they just need one more set of racks, and that is very close to game, barring spectacular split pushing play from Dendy.
Alright, well, right now it's the split pushing puppy, Ancient Apparition at top. He's got to back off. Not quite the hero you want split pushing this top lane, and Dendy is up to 2.6k gold. I mean, Naga Siren, at this point you just need your next tier 4 item, something like your Tarrasque, your Butterfly, your Diffuser, whatever it may be. You need it for this next fight. You haven't got your buyback after having to use it to try and hold that mid lane. And, well, they did manage to get kills on some key Navi USA heroes, but at the end of the day, these heroes just bounce back. They didn't have to use buybacks, and they're going to be ready to take these next couple of fights with buyback, with an Aegis if you're snaking, and Queen of Pain with 2.5k gold on top of the Scythe of Ice BKB Orchid.
But can they actually get to the base? That is the
Radiant's
question.
middle
Natus are
tower
already
is
sending their
under
illusions up top, and they just have to be able to stop this pending creep.
One tower.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Na Vi get themselves a tier 1 mid, which is kind of being the thorn in their side as far as just being unable to get it. So it looks like they will get to the base. So top lane is going to have to be defended one way or another by Na Vi.
Dendi, bought out.
Radiant's middle
He has a
tower is
Reaver.
under
Well, he didn't have
attack.
buyback anyways, but this is the time.
You have
Moment
to
of
do whatever
truth.
you can. Well, we'll see what they can do. They're going to kill snaking twice, and that's really the big worry here. You can't just jump on him and use a rack just to kill the Deception of being anymore. He needs to stop this Aegis. He'll have the BKB when he respawns, and that means the first time you kill him is going to be without the Ravage. Unless you're getting a Ravage on the multiple heroes, you're going to win a fight. But there comes your pipe snaking, just going to focus down the range. So hard to get. You can't use that. Okay, Kuro going to go in. What's he stolen? Just a Midnight Pulse. He's going to just lay it down. There goes your Midnight Pulse. Sonic Wave comes out. Kuro silencer. He goes down. Natus Remorse. They've got no Tide, no Rubik for this fight. And Kuro, BKB now wearing off. He's going to be a bit careful, but they killed the Brewmaster Primal Split. And now, Na Vi out of options. They GG out. USA have done it. The Na Vi American squad take out their European counterpart, and it's GG at 40 minutes in.
Shadow Beam, first appearance, played very well, drafted to a very fitting lineup, and I think the MVP, although Korok died a lot, he killed Dendi so many times, and just he made Na Vi like reconsider. They really couldn't do anything about him. They wanted to stop